Welcome friends, welcome to Bank Express Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss the newly introduced amendment in nomination rules for bank accounts. The central government has introduced a bill in the parliament for modifications in the nomination rules for banks and financial institutions in the country. The amendment now proposed will allow bank account holders to nominate more than one person in their accounts. Presently, for every deposit account, the depositor can have only one nomination. Suppose a person having two children wanted to nominate both the children in his deposit account, it's not permitted now. And banks generally suggest the depositor to split the deposit and nominate each one of his children to each deposit. But now, as for the proposed amendment, an account holder can nominate up to four nominees, either successively or simultaneously, with proportion of their shares specified. According to the government, this modification in the nomination rules will bring more clarity to the inheritance of bank deposits. The amendment, which aims to protect depositors' interests and improve the standards of financial institutions, will be applicable to all banks, including cooperatives that act as banks. The bill offers greater flexibility and convenience for depositors and their legal heirs by including provisions for simultaneous and successive nominations, particularly concerning deposits, articles in safe custody, and safe deposit lockers. The Banking Regulation Act of 1949 will now be amended to replace the words one person with one or more persons not exceeding four, either successively or simultaneously, in subsection 1 of section 45 ZA. That means once the bill becomes act, bank account holders will be able to nominate up to four persons in their accounts as against a single person as hitherto. The bill stipulates that when a nomination is made successively in favor of more than one person, it shall be effective only in favor of one person in the specified order of priority. In the case of a simultaneous nomination in favor of multiple persons, the nomination shall be effective in proportion to the declared percentage. In the latter scenario, nomination will be limited to four or fewer people and will need to explicitly state the proportion of amount of deposit in percentage in favor of each nominee. If, however, one of the multiple nominees dies, their proportion will be treated as having not been assigned a nominee. In fact, the bill subsumes amendments in five financial acts. They are the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, the Banking Regulation Act 1949, the State Bank of India Act 1955, the Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertakings Act 1970, and the Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking Act 1980. The Finance Minister has also stated that the bill does not infringe upon the powers of states, as it covers only those cooperatives that act as banks and not primary agricultural cooperative societies.